Hello students, today we are going to discuss the practical number 5 for the subject Computer Science class 12. Already we have discussed the 4 practicals in this series. If you didn't watch those, I will recommend please go and watch those. I will especially recommend to watch the practical number 4, in which we have already shown, we have already done the practical on how to read a text file by line and show the text in some formatted way. Okay, so please watch the practical number 4 before watching the practical number 5, because in which in this video you will see that how can we read the file and how can we read the file in different ways, or we can open the file in different modes. Okay, so that you can get the idea of file opening. Here we will directly use that code. So this problem is to read the text file, same thing, and then display the number of vowels, consonants, uppercase and lowercase characters in the file. Okay, so first of all I am telling what we are going to discuss in this video. We are going to discuss the problem first, then we are going to discuss the steps to solve this problem, okay. Then I am going to write the python code, and then we are going to discuss the run the code in spider editor. I am using the spider. If you are using any other editor like ideally, Sublime, Jupyter, anything you are using for Python code writing, you may use that. It will work in that editor also and demonstrate. Okay, so this will be our flow. Okay, so let's get started without delay. So first thing you should know here is the problem. Problem is what? We need to read a text file from your computer. Let's suppose any file you will create. I will create a file and then we will read it through Python program and display the information like how many uppercase letters, how many lowercase letters are there in file, how many vowels are there in the file, and consonants in file. In how many lowercase letters, uppercase letters, vowels and consonants in the file. Okay, so first the basic problem in this thing, to understand this problem, first you should know how to read a file. Okay, then you should know how to calculate the count of required data like whatever we have asked here. Okay, like uppercase letter, lowercase letter, vowels and consonant. These information logic you should know. If I will give you a string, and then you should be able to know what is uppercase, what is lowercase, what is vowel and what is consonant. Then you should be able to identify the count in a single string first. If you are able to count the number of vowels, number of letters, number of lowercase letters, number of uppercase letter in a string, then you can easily find out the same thing in the file also, because in file also it will be a content and that will come into the string variable. Okay, so these two things you need to understand first, then we will jump into the actual problem. Okay, now we are going to discuss the logic first. To now I am going to discuss this thing. First understand this thing. Let's suppose this is a s variable in some string variable in some program. Let's suppose this is a demo string. Let's suppose this is a string variable, and now we need first we will calculate the number of vowels in this, number of vowels How many number of vowels are there in this string? Number of consonants. Then we are going to discuss the number of uppercase letters. Then we are going to discuss the number of lowercase letters. If anyone don't know what is uppercase, lowercase, for those students I am telling here what is uppercase, what is lowercase. Uppercase means if you are writing like this A, B, C, D, so these are known as uppercase. Okay, so here this is capital A, this is capital B, this is capital C, capital D, these are known as uppercase letters. Okay, and what about lowercase? A, B, C, D in small. Small if you are writing, then these are known as small या फिर lowercase letters. Lowercase letters. Okay. What about vowels? Vowels are known as, in English, what are the vowels? The vowels are A, E, I, O, U. These are known as vowels. What about consonants? Consonants are these, like this: B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. These are known as consonants. Okay, so these things you should know first, then only you will understand this. Okay, now we will jump. If I am asking you how many number of capital letters are there in this string, then how many number of capital letters are there? You can find T is a capital 1, H is small, not capital, not capital, not capital. Space is not counted as any lower or upper case letters. Keep this in mind. Space or other special symbol is not counted as the part of lowercase and uppercase letters. Okay, so this is also not so there is nothing is there in capital except this T. So how many number of capital letters are there in this particular string? Only one. Okay, so this should be the output. Okay, how many lowercase letters are there? H is lowercase, I, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So how many lowercase letters are there in 15? Don't count space. Okay, keep this in mind. Don't count space as lowercase letter or as uppercase letter, otherwise it will be wrong. Now count the vowels. Vowels is what? These are. If your string is A, E, I, O, U, either maybe it in small or maybe it in capital letters. If it is capital letters, then also it will be a vowels. Okay, so T is not vowel, H is not vowel, I is vowel, so 1, S is not vowel, I is vowel again, so 2, A is vowel, 3, E is vowel, 4, O is vowel, 5, and then I is vowel, 6. So there are total 6 vowels are there. Then how many consonants are there? H is a consonant, T is a consonant, H is a consonant, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 are there. 11 are there consonants, 6 are there vowels. Okay, so let me count. These counts should come same. So 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 are the consonants. How many vowels are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 vowels are there. Then there might be some lowercase letters or uppercase letter we have made mistake. Uppercase is one only. So let me count the lowercase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Here it is 16. Okay, because the sum of the lowercase letters and uppercase letters should be equal to the vowels plus consonants. So that's why I have verified it, and you have found that these are 17 and these are also 17. So this is how you are able to calculate manually. Now if you need to write the logic to calculate this using while loop, you can, what you can do, you can take the while loop or for loop and iterate this string character by character, and each character we will check that whether this is a capital letter, whether this is a small letter, whether this is a consonant, whether this is a vowel. For those calculations we have ready-made functions. I can show you to check whether a string is uppercase or lowercase, or whether a character is uppercase or lowercase. What function is available in the Python string? It is lowercase. Is lower is a function that basically help to know whether your string is a lowercase letter or uppercase letter. Okay, and this function we will use is upper. Is upper is another function that will return true if the given string is in uppercase, otherwise it will return false. And is lower will return true when all the characters or the string is in lowercase, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Is upper similarly it will return true only when there is a string is in the uppercase, otherwise it will return false. Okay, so remember these things. Okay. Okay, so we have studied two functions here, that of the string, Python string, that will help in building this logic. And one more thing you should know, if you want to check whether the any character is a vowel or a consonant, also there we will check. Let's suppose if you want to know, let's suppose character is having a, if you want to check whether this character is a vowel or not, you can use this condition. If ch in, and if you will pass here a list a, e, I, o, u. So if this a is in this list, then this, in this case character a is in this list present, so we will say this is a vowel. Okay, so and if you next time if we put b in this case, then it will return false. In this case we will know that it is not a vowel. Okay, same way if you want to check whether a character is a consonant or not, then what you will write like this. If, let me reduce the bit, if ch in, let's suppose ch value is x, let's suppose x is a consonant. If ch in, let's suppose b, then c, then d, then f, and so on up to like x, like y, all the consonants you will write one by one. And if you write in this condition, then ch value is x, x is in this particular list, in that case we will know that this is a consonant. If let's suppose x value ch value is a, in this case a is not in the list, so it will return false, and in this case we will know that this is not a consonant. Okay, so this is how we will write the logic for checking whether a particular character is a vowel or a consonant. And this is the logic to check whether a character is a capital or small, like this. If ch dot is lower, if it returns true, that means we will know that it is a lowercase letter, then we will maintain it. And if we want to check if it is uppercase, then we will write ch dot is upper. In that case it will return true only when there is a character that is in the uppercase only. In that case it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So this is how we will combine these four logics 1, 2, 3, 4 and write the program to check, to calculate the number of vowels, number of consonant, number of uppercase letter, number of small case letters or lowercase letter in this particular string. If you are able to solve this problem with this string, then you are done. Because in case of file, what we will do, the string that we have written here like this, in that case what we will do, we will read the content from the file and pass this into this variable as, and the same logic will work for the file content also. Okay, so this is how we will write the program. So that's why I have told you that how to solve this problem for any string. If you are able to solve this for the string, then you are solved with it for the file also. then the remaining thing will be what only, we will read the content and pass this content into this variable as, and the same logic will work. Okay, so now let me try to write the logic at the one place so that you can understand. Now your concept is clear, what is consonant, what is over, what is uppercase, what is lowercase, how to check whether a character is lowercase, how to check whether a character is uppercase, how to check whether a character is a consonant, whether a character is a vowel. All those things are clear. Now we can move and write the logic at the one place. Okay, so I am roughing all those stuff and we will do the stuff. So let me rough this all those stuff. We have already, I hope you understood those stuff. If you are understood those stuff, then it will be very easy for you to understand what I am going to write now. Okay, so I am roughing all those things here. Okay, so now we are clear here. We will check, retain the count so that whether our logic is working or not. Okay, so now I am writing here. I am taking my pen back. So what we will do, we will iterate this first. We will need to iterate it character by character. So this can be done using this layer. For ch in, what we will do, we will pass this string as here. Then what it will do, it will fetch the one character at a time from the string and put into this variable ch. First time t will come, second time h will come, third time space will come, fourth time I will come, fifth time h will come, and so on up to this g. It will, this loop will execute the how much time, up to the number of length of this string. So there are, let's suppose 10 characters, then 10 times this loop will execute. Okay, so it one time t will come in this h, and next time h will come, and so on. Remember that this space will also come at one time, so we are going to handle this also. So let's suppose, if now what we need to do, we will need to create 4 variables. Let's suppose number of vowels, we have created one variable. Number of consonants, let's suppose we have created second variable. Here we need to create at the top. Third, number of uppercase letter we need to create another variable, and number of lowercase letters we need to create one more variable. So let me rough this portion also and create the 4 variables here so that you can understand it. Okay, so now I am going to create 4 variables. Like vowels, I will, let's suppose initially 0. Consonants, initially 0. Uppercase letters, U letters I am writing small, currently 0, and lower letters, L letters I am writing 0. Before starting this program, these all will be 0. Now if this string, on the basis of this string we will increment those. So if I am writing ch dot, how to check whether a character, first time t will come here, and how can we check it is lower or is lower. If it is lower, then what we will do, we will increment the L letters count. L letters plus equals to 1 time. Otherwise, L if ch dot is upper, let's suppose this is not lower, then it might possible that it is upper. If it is upper, then what we will do, we will increment this variable u letter plus equals to 1. Whatever value it was having previously, we will add plus 1. Now we will need to check whether a character that is coming is a what? Vowel or consonant. For that purpose, we need not to write the alif. If you will write in alif, I know that every character, either it will be lower, either it will be lower or upper. If you write alif here and you will write the logic for checking whether it is a vowel or consonant, then this alif will never be executed, because a character will either it will be a lower or it will be a upper, so it will never come here. That's why this group will one group, and one more if else group will be written for checking vowel and consonant. So if, how to check vowel, if ch in A, E, I. If this character is belongs to any of these character, then the in operator will return true if the character is any one of the character among these. Okay, so we have written it here only in small letters, so it will be better that you convert this ch into small before writing this line, so that we can ensure that. Otherwise what we need to do, if you don't want to convert this into the lower case, oh sorry, I need to rework, it got deleted. So let's suppose A, E, I, O, U, and if you don't want to convert this into the lower case, let's suppose if you convert this character into lower case, then what will happen, ch dot lower function is basically used to convert it into the lower case. If you write this line, then this logic will work. Let's suppose capital I is there, then capital I is also a vowel. If you write like this, ch dot a e I o u, then capital I is not in this list, so it will return false, but it is a vowel, so it should return true. Either what you can do, you can include these capital letters of this particular a e I o also in the list, or you can convert this character into lower character before writing this condition. Then what will happen, we ensure that that the character will come always in lower, and we are ensuring that whether it is in the small a e I o u or not. Okay, either you can write like this. If you write this line, then it will work. If you don't want to write this line, then you have to include this also. You have to include this also here. Let me write here. You need to include this also. What? Capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, capital U. So if you don't, if you like, you want to write like this and you don't want to write like this line, then you go ahead and add these 5 characters also in this list, okay, by comma separated, then also it will work. If you don't write this, if you write this line, don't write this line. Okay, so I have told you what is the reason. Now if this is true, then what we need to do, we need to increment this vowels count. So what we do, vowels, WELS, vowels plus equals to 1. And if your elif what to happen, if your character is not in vowel, it might possible that it is in consonant. Don't write else here, otherwise what will happen, for space also it will come in else part. If the space is coming in the character, and it will the condition will false and it will increment in the consonant, but space is not known as consonant, that's why write elif. Okay, now we will write here B, C, D, F and so on up to all the consonant. You need to write X, Y and Z. Remember this, if you have written this line before this both if else, then it is okay, write small letters only. If you don't want to write this line, then remember this, you need to include the uppercase of these letters also in the list, like we have done in case of vowels B, C and so on, Y and Z. Up to Z you need to include the bigger capital letters also in this list. And in this condition, if this is true, then we will increment the consonants here. You might not have seen this part whatever written I have, because of the for the video that my coming, so it is overwritten, so I am writing this part here so that you can get the idea what I have written here. I have told you that B, C, D, like this part also you need to include in the list, that is you are using here if you are not going to write this line. Okay, if you are writing this line, don't include this. Okay, it's not necessary. So what we will do here, we will increment the consonants here, consonant plus equals to 1. Here it is, that's all you need to write. And at the bottom you may print the variables vowel. What you need to do, print the vowels, print the consonant, print the U letters and print the L letters. here we go. Okay, so this is the basically logic to check whether how many number of characters are there in the string small, how many characters are there in the string are consonant, how many letters are there in the string are lowercase and uppercase. Okay, let me give some, take some small string in this particular example and let me test it. Okay, let me pass some small string and show you how it is going to work, so that you can get the idea. Let's suppose this s is contains, let's suppose s is contains THIS, and let me show you uh, how this program will return you data. Okay, so let's suppose s is this. So what will happen if you write this line? So this is equivalent to this, this is string is coming like this here. So first time t will come in ch, capital T. So capital T is lowercase, it will return false because capital T is a capital letter, so each lower function will return false. Then it will come in this else part. Ch capital T is upper, yes, it will return true. In this case u letters will become +1, so u letter is previously it was 0, what will happen, it will become 1. And then this if will execute if ch in capital T, in capital T will convert into small t by using this line. So capital T dot lower, if you write, then what it will do, it will return you small t, and this small t is stored in this ch. So now we are writing small t in this particular list a e i o u, no, then this condition will be false. Then we will go in early part, is small t is in this b c d f and t will be somewhere in this consonants list. So in that case it will become true, and what will happen, consonant will become 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1 will become 1. Next time what will come, this for loop is end here, there is nothing, so for loop will again continue, and this time h will come in this ch. So this time h will come small h. So whether small h is a lower, yes, small h is a lower letter, so if this condition will become true and lower letter will become +1, so 0 plus 1 is become 1. Now this else will not execute. Now this if will execute if capital small h is in this a e i o u, no, whether this small h is in this consonants list, yes, it will be definitely in this list somewhere, so it will return true. In this case what will happen, whatever there is in the constant variable we will add one more, so constant is also having 1. Now next time it will become 2. Now there is nothing left, again this loop will continue. Small I will come in ch, small I is lower, yes, this is true, so l letters will become 1 plus 1, that is 2. Next time this will not execute if ch small what is this I, small I is in this a e i o u, yes, small I is there, so it is true in this case. Then vowels will become +1, vowels is initially it was 0, but will become 1. This else will not execute in this case. Next time for loop will execute, s will come, this is a small s, so it will become true, so lowercase letter will become 3, and this is a consonant, this condition will false, and this will come here, and it is a consonant, so consonant will become 3. So here at the this loop will terminate here, and we will print the vowels. How many vowels are there? 1. How many consonants are there? 3. How many u letters are there? 1. How many l letters are there? 3. You can count 3 lower letters, 1 upper, 1 vowel and 3 consonants. So this is how you can print. So if you understand this logic, now it's the time to read the file, and whatever value we are taking in s, we will pass the file content in this. So how can we pass the file content in this variable as? I am going to show you this. If you understand these two parts, I have already shown you, you are able to understand this part, then now the remaining part is only read the file. So this is now let me show you how to read the file. So I am roughing this thing. So what we need to do, we need to read the content of the file and just pass into this s variable, and it will work, because now only we need to read the content from the file. We have already built our logic for the string. Now we need to read the content and pass into this string variable s. So to open the file, if you didn't watch the last class, please watch the practical number 4. In this I have detailed show you how to open a file. Let's suppose on a computer I have already a file, then what will use, I will use the open method of the Python, in which you will pass the path here. The path will like C, then like users, then like admin, then like let's suppose it is available on desktop, then you will write desktop, then you will write, let's suppose test.txt is the file name, txt is the extension, then you will write comma, and then you will pass the, what you will pass, you will pass the mode of opening. Let's suppose you want to open the file in the read mode, so it will be R you will pass. There are three modes in file opening: reading, writing and appending. So in this case we are only using the reading because we are supposed to read the file, we are not going to write the file. These are for the purpose of writing the file. I have already shown the difference, what is the difference between writing and appending mode in last video. I am not going to tell here. For writing you need the W character you need to pass, and to open the file in append mode you need to pass the A character here. Here we are reading, that's why I have passed R here. How to get this path of the file I have already explained in the last video. I am just showing you here also. Okay, so let me create a file on the desktop. Let's suppose some file is there on my desktop. Let's suppose this is a test file that I have created. You can create a text file by just clicking on the right click and then click on this and go into new, and you can click the text, and then you will pass the file, this name, let's suppose test2, and just enter, open it and write some data here. Let's suppose this is a test file you have created. I am writing, this is MGS classes, let's suppose. So this is a, let's suppose, line I have written. Now I want to count the total number of consonants, total number of this is MGS classes welcome. Let's suppose I have already given some enter and write the welcome here, so that we can get some idea. So this is the file I have created. How to know what is the location of this file? Then close this file, click on this, right click on this file and go to the properties, and in the properties here you are able to see the path of the file here, like location. So here you can directly pass the location of the file from here, Control C press, or you can right click and copy it. And then what is the name of the file? Test2 is the name of file. This is the extension .txt that shows that this is a text document. This is how you will get the path of the file. This is how I have written: C, then users, then admin, then desktop, and then test2.txt. Within the double quotes or single quotes you will write it like a string, and then comma, and then you will write the R here, like I have shown you in the red color, you can see. So this is how you can copy the path of the file. Please put the double slash, one more extra slash. There you are able to see only single slash. While you are writing the program, just put a single backslash more, so that, because Python treats it as a sequence escape character, that's why we need to put a one more backslash here in the file name. Okay, otherwise your file will not be able to read. Okay, we will see in detail when we are going to write and execute into some editor. Okay, so I am going to the presentation mode now. So this is how you will read the, you will open the file in read mode, and now you can easily read the content of the file and put into some as variable. So file dot read method is basically used to read the file content, and here we are going to initialize, put the value of the file content into variable as, and rest of the program will work like this only. Okay, so this is how, this is in two parts. So one part is to open the file, another part is to read the file content. This read method will read the whole content of the file and put into the variable as a string, and rest of the logic I have already built. If the value came in string, then this loop will continue and count the desired data, and we will printing this at the bottom. Okay, so this is how our logic will work. Okay, understand this? Now we will go and see the steps to solve this problem. Now we are going to write these steps. So steps you know already, I have shown you in detail. First step is to open the file in read mode, using open method. This you can do, I have already explained you. Second thing is to read the content of the file using read method. Read method will return the whole content of the file. Then what you need to do, you need to write the logic for counting the vowels, consonants, uppercase letters and lowercase letters. Okay, this thing I have already shown you how to count using is lower function, is upper function, whether check using this list A, E, I, O, U. I have already shown you how to put into this if condition, and to check the consonant you will write like this: B, C, D and so on up to X, Y, Z. I am writing it in a fast way, that because we have already taken much time in explanation, no need to write it again. Fourth is to print the counting data we will display. So in next step I am going to write the Python code and then we will execute in the editor. Okay, so let me rough this and write the Python code. So here we were going to write the Python code. So Python code can be written like, first line is to open the file. So how to open the file? File equals to open method you will use. What you need to do, you need to write like this: C, then users, then what you need to do, whatever the file name you will write. Don't feel that you need to write this only on your computer. Your computer, it might be it might vary according to your location of the file and username. Okay, and the best way is to copy the file location, as I have told you in the before some time, like test2 dot text I am going to read in my program and in the reading mode R. Okay, now we need to put this into some variable. Let me change the variable name so that it would be relevant. S is not relevant. For example, I have taken here is string. Let's suppose content equals to file dot read is going to read the content of the file. Now we will create the 4 variables. What will be that will be count? Let's suppose vowels will be 0, consonant 0 initially, then lowercase letters, let me write in complete, equals to 0, uppercase letters 0 initially. Now we will write the for loop to read the content, but because the content is as a string. Okay, so we will write the for loop ch in content. Then what you will do, you will check whether it is a lowercase or uppercase. So ch dot is lower. What it will do, it will check whether it is a lower. Then what we will do, we will increment into lowercase letters. Plus equals to 1 you will use to increment it. Elif ch dot is uppercase letter. Is upper function is basically to check whether it is upper or lower. Don't forget to pass the colon here. So if this is true, then uppercase letter plus equals to 1 will come here. This is the one condition. Another condition will be to check whether the string the character is a vowel or consonant. Okay, so to check this I am writing the code here onward because this space will be less. So I am checking here for the consonant. So if you are writing the line, let me show you to convert the, let's first convert the character into small letter, so that you need to write the capital letters also in the list. So I am converting this after checking. Don't write this line at here, otherwise this will be a blunder, because every character will become the lower character. Okay, that's why always remember, after this if else condition, write this line ch equals to ch dot lower, because to check whether it is a constant or vowel, the case of the letter will not affect. But if you convert this here ch equals to ch dot lower, then this condition will always be true. The case, the loop, the condition will never be false, because you are already converting this into lowercase letter, then it will never be a uppercase. That's why always remember, write this line after this only, otherwise your program will be wrong. Okay, to check whether it is a vowel or consonant, it doesn't matter it is lower or upper, but in case of this checking it matters. Okay, that's why I have to express this, that write it at this position only. And before this, if ch in, what you will write, a e I o u, and if you don't write this line, then include the capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O and capital U also in this list. Remember this. Okay, if you don't want to write this, some students also want that they don't want to write this, then explicitly you need to include both capital and small letters in this list, otherwise it will not work. Then in that case, what we will do, we will increment the vowels. So vowels plus equals to 1. L, if here you will write, if it is not is a in the AEIO, then it might be a consonant, or it might be a space. In the space case also it will come here. That's why I didn't write else here. If I have written else here, then in case of space also it will be counted as a consonant. That's why I didn't write the else directly here. I am manually checking whether it is a consonant. So ch in consonant can be checking like this, B, C, D. It is a long list, so I am not passing it. You may please pass this X, Y, Z. I am here showing, and this is a list. Okay. Now this, if you don't written this line, then always remember that include the capital letters of this also, like this, B, C up to Z. You will also write the capital letters, if only and only if and only if you have not written this line. If you written this line, don't write the capital versions of the characters. Okay, so here you will write the consonant plus equals to 1. That's all. Now this if condition is over. Now what we will do, we will write the print. So print vowels. कितने vowels हैं, how many vowels are there tracked in this variable. So vowels, then you will print the consonant, you will write the consonants, then you will write the print statement again, and you will write the lowercase, letters. You will write the lowercase letter variable here. It is a bigger, so I not here. Print the uppercase. So here you will write the U case letters. Whatever variable name it is, you will write. These two variable names are bigger, so I have written shortcut. So this completes your program. Okay, it is very simple, but understanding is important. Okay, now we will go and write and execute into the Spider. Okay, so I am roughing all those steps, and we are going to write this in Spider. So let's jump into the Spider. Our favorite Spider is here. Now first we will need to do opening of the file. So file, I am going to write the code here. Open. So location, how we will put the location, I already told you. Just go and click on, right click on this file, go here, copy this location. Let's suppose I am copying this location from here to directly here. Put a one more single backslash after each backslash, because it is a readed as a escape sequence, and then you will write the file name. File name you can find here, test2, that is the file name, and then you will file dot, then you will find the extension .txt is here only, so you will write the .txt. This is a complete file name, and then comma you will write the mode. We are opening in a reading mode. Okay, is it clear? Now what we need to do, we need to read the content of the file. So content equals to file dot read method is used to basically read full file at a one time. Read line method, basically in last practical we have seen the read line method. Read line method is basically read the first line then second line, and read lines method is basically return the list of all the lines. Okay, so difference should be known to you. Now what we will do, we will apply the for loop and content, and each character will come in this content ch variable, and then we are writing. First, before writing this, let me create four variables. Vowels, initially it will be 0, consonants it will be 0, then lowercase letters it will be 0, uppercase letters it will be 0. Sorry. Okay, now what we will do, ch dot is lower function is there of the string to check whether it is a lowercase or not. So here you, if it is lower, then what we will do, we will increment the lowercase letters plus equals to 1. Don't write plus plus, in Python it will not work. Alif ch dot is upper to check whether it is uppercase or not. Always put this bracket here, otherwise it will be error. So uppercase letters count we need to do plus equals to 1. Okay, now we will write again if else condition. Don't write elif here for checking whether it is a vowels or consonant, otherwise it will never come here, because any character will always be a, either it will be lower, it will be upper. That's why the, if you write the elif condition here, then this condition, the condition what we are going to write to check whether it is a consonant or vowel, will never be executed. Okay, that's why keep this in mind. So before that I am converting it into the small letter. Ch dot lower function can be used to convert the string into the lowercase or character into the lowercase. Now we are going to check whether this is a, this is a E, this is I, this is O, this is U. If if character belongs to any of this character, then it will return true, and then we will, what we will do, we will increment the vowels count. Vowels plus equals to 1 we will write. Alif, don't write else here also, because otherwise what will happen, let's suppose in case of space, space is not a consonant, not a vowel. So if you write the else here directly, then what will happen, space will also be counted as consonant. So this should not be happen. That's why always write the alif here completely. So you can write the bracket here so that it will be clear. So I am writing this here. Okay, keep space so that clear. You need to write the all the consonant here, B, C, D, F, then G, then H, then always write all those, J. If you will miss any character, it will not be coming the consonant count. L, then let's enter and see. Let me write M here, M, then write N, O is not P, and you will write the Q here, R, S, T, V, W, so X, Y, and then Z. So keep this in mind that there is no vowel is in this list, otherwise this will be error, this will be a wrong program actually. ABCD PQRS okay, there is no. So if you don't write this line ch dot lower, then what you need to do, if you don't write this line, then here you need to write like this also, a what a e like this, upper versions of also you need to increase. Okay, so o and then u. In this special case, we have already written converted the character into the small, so you do not need to write this much. Okay, otherwise you need to write for this also capital B capital C like this. If this condition is true, then what we need to do, we need to increment the consonants count plus equals to 1 like this. Okay, and at the bottom we will print all this detail, print. So you may close the file also here, because program is always best practice to close the file and then print the vowels are, how many vowels are there, vowels, I am copying it 4 times so that it will be easy. Now I am write to consonant. Consonants are how much, consonants, lowercase letters, uppercase letters. Okay, here it is, it completes our program. Before computing this, let me print the content of the file so that we can check it. Okay, now let me show you the content of the file here so that we can verify. So here we have written the content of file, this is MGS classes welcome. So this should print first and then it should show the data. So let me run this and see here, this is MGS classes welcome. So now you can recheck it. So how many capital letters are there in there? Capital letters you can count. T is a capital letter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 capital letters are there. So see here, uppercase letters are 6. How many lowercase letters are there? See here, lowercase letters 1, 2, 3. Don't count space in lowercase. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Don't count dot. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 are the lowercase. So 17 is coming. Now count the vowels. Vowels are I is vowel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 vowels are there. How many consonants are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 consonants are there. That's how it is correct. Okay. So this is how you can execute this program, and I have already explained how it is going to work, because what it is doing, each time it is taking the string as a, each time each character of the string is coming iterated using this for loop, and for character by character we are checking whether it is a lower, whether it is upper, whether it is a vowel, whether it is a consonant, and then we are incrementing the respective variables. And after completion of this for loop means the file is traversed or iterated character by character, and the status is maintained in these 4 variables: vowels, consonants, lowercase letters, uppercase letters, and at the bottom we are printing, and we have verified this is working fine. Okay, so you please make note of this code and note it down in your copy or somewhere so that you can perform this operation, this code. Let me press enter the code that is not visible on the screen. So I think everything is visible now. Okay, now it is visible, everything is visible. So this is a complete code. Pause the video and copy it. Okay, so thank you. That's all in this discussion. See you in the next class. Enjoy. Happy coding. Try to run in your editor also. Thank you so much.